So I realised about 5 or 6 years ago that if I ever really wanted to be happy, which of course I do, that I had to change my whole life, because I was full of anxiety, depression. I literally had panic attacks at work, as in I was at work one day and it just hit me. I was in a meeting, I was like, this is so inappropriate, and I completely broke down and I was like, I can't be here. My manager was like, are you okay? I was like, no, I'm not. I had to leave, and I literally felt like I needed to check myself into like a mental hospital. I was just not okay. So I was like, okay, fine, everything needs to change. And so I quit my job and I retrained. So I was working in government, financial services policy stuff. Whoa, that was dangerous. Yeah, this is not a great place to put my camera, so I might just stop here. Okay, so I've stopped driving now because I nearly killed myself. But yeah, so I've just come for a run. It's 6:52, so I should probably just get out of the car and start running. But I feel a bit cold. I don't know how warm it is, but it's not that warm. Yeah, so I quit my job, changed my whole life, like did all the things that they said to do, and I was still a big fat mess. And it was only after changing my life for a second time, or probably like a 15th time really, but yeah, fully a second time, quit that job, quit my boyfriend, quit my apartment, and left and moved to Bali. I know it's such a cliche, but I mean, what else would you do? That I was like, oh, there's like something real big and deep and profound happening right now, and I had to heal my trauma. And it's been a long road, and it's only really now, like as in the last, like, truthfully, in the last few weeks, that I'm like, oh, I don't feel traumatized by life anymore. So that's like a, how many years? That's like a good 3-year journey. And it was dark, like it got really, really dark. And part of like what I want to do with this channel is be like, life is never going to be sunshine and roses. Like, it just isn't. And I'm so optimistic and so enthusiastic about everything. I've been such an optimist. And I really see like the best in everything and everyone. But even with that perspective, it's still, stuff happens. And even though now I do my dream job, like I absolutely love what I do. I know when people say that, you're just like, oh, I don't know if I believe them, but I really do. But it still means like some days are still really hard. Do you know what I mean? And it sort of feels blasphemous to say that, because I do support new female entrepreneurs and I want women to own their own businesses. But I mean, it's just, that's part of life, and we've got to accept it, that not every day feels like, oh my god. But there is so much that we can do to support ourselves to feel better. So I'm going for a run. And this is something I had a real bad relationship with for a while. The interesting thing is that in the past... Anyway, I'm going to stop talking because I gotta go for a run. Okay, so here's where I am. How nice is that? Just step out of the car here. So nice. Oh my god, it's literally so quiet. And it smells so fresh. Oh, okay. Just finished running. It's a bit sweaty. But while I was running, I was thinking about how when we're healing from trauma, we literally have no energy. There was a whole year where I didn't walk more than like 20 minutes a day. Like I couldn't walk more than 20 minutes a day. I was basically like bedbound, but for no reason. It was just my energy was just like screwed. So now I think like, wow, the fact that I can run like a few times a week, I can go for long walks. I'll take you on my walk later. They're like the physical example, like the physical evidence that we can fully heal trauma, we can fully heal our bodies, we can bring our energy back to ourselves. And it's something that I didn't believe until it happened, right? So if you're in the middle of a healing journey and you feel like, I'm never going to get through this, you will, if you can watch this and believe that you can. Okay, now I need to eat. So this is just overnight oats with fruit. That's literally the best thing, and I eat it every single day. This is like a real behind the scenes. So this is literally where the magic happens. I thought I'd just show you, seeing as we're vlogging, how I organise my work, because it requires a lot of stationery. Honestly, this is the system that works for me. And I know I'm talking about healing trauma today, but being like organised is actually super important. And I'm just gonna like feed it in there somehow, weave it in, that having a lot of stationery is really important to healing trauma. But honestly, for me, it really has been like being organised, knowing what I'm doing. It's really provided that sense of like safety within myself and within my work. And especially if you work for yourself, you just need to have systems, you need to have a way of organising what you're doing. And this this is how it works for me. So I have like one for course creation. This is where all like my course, I opened it on really bad pages, all my ideas for courses are in. So I'm just working on an astrology course at the moment, and this is where it was born. Then I have one for YouTube, so all my YouTube ideas and like notes, like when I'm editing, basically I like write timestamps and stuff like that on where I want things. And then this is like my daily to-do list. I showed you this in my video on long-term goals, so check it out. I'll put it up in the corner. So yeah, that's just like daily to do. Then I have this one, Never Stop Growing, which is kind of like my educational book for the moment. So I've just finished my Reiki master level, so I've got like learnings and things in here. Again, I keep opening it on empty pages. I promise you I do stuff. And then this one is just like affirmations, and I don't know, it's kind of more like a journal, but for like potent things only. Anyway, so this morning I am working on my sales page for my astrology course and just doing a few bits with the videos in that. So I'll put a screen up actually and show you how it looks at the moment, and then probably check back in when it's time for lunch. So I'm just going to do a little bit more work, and then I'm going to take you for a walk, which is one of my favourite parts of the day. But I'm working on my launch plan as well for my astrology course. Is that interesting? I don't know. I don't know if it's interesting to like tell you exactly what work I'm doing. But there you go, let me know in the comments if this kind of thing is interesting to you. But having like things visually is really important to me as well. Again, why I like writing things down in books. Like I also have an online calendar. I mean, I'm like really organised in so many different ways. I'm not sure how anyone else would be able to like work with this. Like one of my plans is to have an assistant like sometime soon, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So I have come out for my walk, my daily walk, and it is 3:46, and I always come and just listen to a podcast and chill out, just relax my mind, my body, my soul, and it's literally every single day. So maybe I miss like 1 or 2 days a month, and honestly it's what my soul needs. If I find myself just sitting at the computer all day, every day, or like looking at a screen, I just would explode. And this is part of the reason of having my own business. I hope there's no one behind me. Having my own business is that I get to do this. This is the main thing that I hated about working in an office, is that you like literally had to sit there and people would like know if you weren't there. You couldn't just go out like a walk in the woods whenever you wanted. So this is the thing that I'm most grateful for about having my own business, having my own schedule. So yeah, I also wanted to drop in and just talk to you about why I'm filming this little video, which is exactly for that reason, to show you what like freedom really looks like and what like a free day really is to me. And it doesn't mean like no work or it doesn't mean just like no responsibility. You still have to do all the things that you need to do to make your life happen. And part of my trauma healing journey was understanding how much of my energy was just sapped from trying to survive and struggling through in a life that just wasn't suited to me at all. And a huge part of my healing was realizing that like, oh, I can create a different life for myself, a life where I get to choose, a life where I get to go for walks every afternoon if I want to. But it took me a really long time to actually have the confidence to make it work and to take responsibility for it in a really big way. And it's really challenging letting go of the idea that no one's going to tell you what to do. So I've worked with loads of coaches and like loads of teachers and things, but ultimately you are the one who has to decide that you're going to do this. You are the one that has to make it work for yourself. And it took me such a long time to really like land on that and really feel it and anchor that into my body. So yeah, I just want to show you that freedom looks different for everyone, but you can have it, but you just have to have the confidence to just keep going and believe in what you're doing. Now I know why YouTubers also always say like, oh, I have to stop filming now, my arm hurts, because holding your arm up like this, it's like an amazing shoulder workout, but like, oh, look how beautiful this place is. I mean, why would you not come here every day?